All right, so getting right into it, as always, I'm gonna start with the dollar index. It was interesting moves last week. All right, we had FOMC. On the initial news of FOMC, we saw dollar take a dump, right? Here on the daily chart. And then it actually ended the week shifting bullish. All right, so now we got a bullish play. And going into this week, I will be looking for more bullish pressure on the dollar. All right, so looking at this on the daily, we broke above structure. All right, looking to the left, this is a level of structure that price just broke above. So we could see price slightly pull back some potentially, but I'll be looking for DXY to take another wave to the upside. All right, towards these highs of supply. That will be my next target. All right, and with that, we're going to be looking to trade dollar pairs in the direction of dollar bulls. All right, so we'll cover that. Also dealing with the yen index. So the yen is interesting. You know, they finally raised rates for the first time in like 7 years, or at least took it out of the negative. 17 years, and the bearish narrative on the yen was still in play. So we see yen has been in this downtrend. If we look at this, oh my bad about that. If we look at this on a daily, smooth downtrend. All right, lower lows and lower highs. So price just made an even bigger lower low down here and continued to fall even after they cut rates. But last week we saw the yen in bullish. So we had a nice pump to the upside, saw some nice move on yen pairs. But where we're currently at, it did pull back to this level of structure. So this is a level where it could potentially fall from. All right, but at the same time, we could still see the yen rise further. But right now it is still in the downtrend, so you got to be careful if you're trading in the direction of yen bulls. But to head higher, I would need to see the yen index break above this level of structure. All right, to continue higher, because this is a level where it could also fall from, but maybe on the fall could set up for another wave up. I'm just going to be patient and see how things develop with this. And based off of that, I will be trading the yen pairs, looking to trade any yen pair with the same narrative, depending on what the yen index shows me as well. All right. All right. So GBPUSD. This is a nice pair on my radar. I like what I see developing. Now, we're going to see all of the majors, the dollar pairs, they're all lining up with the narrative or with the direction of dollar bulls. So with the dollar pump, we saw after this pump with FOMC, then we saw this big dump. And that had to do with the DXY gaining strength. So now if we look, GU is also breaking this trend line I have. Also this level of structure here. This level of structure here, that was demand, right? You see, it's also some demand right here. Here in the past, it was a break, retest right here and had a big fall. So this is a significant level of structure that price has now just broke below. Also right here, a level of demand in the past. Right here, it was supply, right? So this is how I look at structure. So now on the daily, seeing daily and 4-hour closes below, as well as a break as a trend line, as well as a dollar index bulls, I'm forming my confirmations to look for potential sales. So I would like to see price pull back some on this pullback or retest. I will look for a potential fall. All right, you can even go down to the smaller time, like look at the 4-hour, or even if you look at this on a 1-hour or 2-hour. All right, this could pull back some, retest, on this pullback. All right, as long as dollar stay bullish on this pullback or retest, could form a potential bearish flag to continue to the downside. All right, continue to the downside here. Okay, so that's how I'll see how that develop. But right now, my bias is bearish. Gold. So after all-time highs, gold just took a dump with the strength of the dollar. We see this move up here. This was the FOMC move. On FOMC, price broke above structure, found support at this wick of price, and had a big pump. All right, so it had this big pump, but now we see this fall that's taking place, somewhat of an evening star there on the daily. So as long as the dollar stays bullish this week, we could see gold, potentially pull back. But on this pullback, it could possibly be setting up for another wave down towards this support 2150. All right. In order for price to go even lower than that, we would need to see price break this level of structure. All right. But in the short term, on the pullback, potentially we could see price reach that level of support. EU also had a big dump, right, with the dollar strength. So this is real simple right here. We got a daily breaker structure. Looking to the left, all right, this is a level of structure. It played some type of resistance in the past. All right, also right here, played some form of resistance in the past. All right, so or even look further to the left, right, what is around here. This is a level of demand, strong level of demand in the past. So this is a zone that price just broke below. All right, major level of structure. So with that, we got a daily close below. Now I'm just looking for a pullback or a retest of this area or somewhere within there for the next potential wave down. So you can even go to the smaller time frame, maybe the 4 hour or even the 2 hour or the 1 hour. All right, and then I would like to have a deeper pullback or a retest of structure for the next wave down. NZDUSD, same thing. Strong breakdown, right? This is a big fall going in line with the strength of the dollar. Now where price is at based off the daily, we're seeing a break below structure. So if we look to the left, always look to the left to go right. All right, price just broke. Not only did it break below this low, right? It broke below this structure. All right, if we look to the left, it just broke below this level of support. All right, so now on the pullback, potential sales. I would like for price to stay below this daily candle. All right, so maybe a retest of this zone or, you know, some type of pullback. So this is how I play this. Like I'll look at this like, okay, above this candle, I expect price to stay below. And then, you know, you could look for potential pullback opportunities, right? On these pullback opportunities, we look for the next potential wave down, all right? Once price shows its hand, whether it's the dollar index, yen index, or any pair, now you just look to ride the wave, all right? You look to ride the wave. So with this, I would say look for a pullback or retest for the next wave down. AU, pretty much the same thing. Dollar strength. All right, it broke down here on the daily. So I probably won't be looking to trade AU. I believe the other setups look better, but same thing, you know, maybe a pullback. If this pulls back first, this could set up for the next wave down. Or if this just continues to break down, maybe break below 0.65, and then maybe on the pullbacks or retest, you could look for the next opportunities. But I would say just look to trade in line with dollar bulls on that as well. Because if we break below here, then we could potentially go lower. Now looking at EJ yen pair, so this is interesting because, you know, it did pump, it continued to pump, it create a higher high here. We ended the week bearish. I was looking for sales on that. I actually caught that sale in the Discord that hit our TP. So now price is resting at this level of structure. So this is a level where price could bounce from, you know. So in order for this to go further, I would like to see price break below structure. If we break below structure, you know, then I would say trade in that direction. Because this could potentially, if the yen want to just go bearish, this could potentially hold here and just set up, you know, for the next fall. So I would like to see how the daily candle close on Monday, and also to see if going into London or Tuesday, if this wants to set up and break below this structure. If so, I would say trade in direction and look to take that down further. Now, GJ actually look a little better, like it's setting up for sure for another drop. I like the way this look. Even if we look at the weekly, you know, price pretty much, we look to the left, this is a strong monthly level. This is a strong level of supply, right? So this is the highest EJ has been in like, what, 9 years, almost a decade. So we pushed, it pushed into that zone. Some will call it an order block. It pushed into that monthly zone. And then we could see on the weekly, that wick is formed a nice wick rejection. So that could be a good sign that price is losing steam, setting up for a bigger fall. Here on the daily, we also broke below this level of structure, which was a previous high right here, previous top. The daily just closed below that. Also, we look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour just closed below this zone. So I would like to look for on a pullback, potential pullback, right? This could set up for another wave down. All right, so based off the daily and the 4-hour, you know, I would like for price, it will be ideal in this type of scenario for price to stay below this daily candle, all right, on the daily. So now you can look at it from this perspective, maybe on a 4-hour, there's some type of pullback or retest, and with that, potentially set up for the next wave down. All right. And UJ, sometimes trading UJ can be different because like right now, the dollar ended the week bullish and yen ended the week bullish. So this pair was just ranging because when you got both currencies are both strong, the dollar, US dollar and the yen, you know, we witnessed the UJ not have much of a fall, but it did initially drop from this top of supply. Initially, we had a fall, boom, and came back up here, pretty much forming a double top. And at this double top, it did just reject. So I am interested to see how UJ is going to trade up here because this is a strong level of sellers. This is the highest UJ has been in about since late last year, about November. So I would like to see how this daily candle close. Like if price hold and this daily candle close bearish, you know, it could be setting up for a bigger fall. All right, you don't want to get caught up chasing tops and bottoms, but it's going to be interesting because if the dollar continues bullish, then, you know, we will probably need overwhelming yen strength for UJ to continue down, even with the dollar continue strong. So I would like to see how it hold here. If it holds this top, you know, then it could set up for a bigger wave down. All right. So those are the pairs on my watch list. Be sure to like and subscribe. I hope y'all got value out of that. You can tap into the free Telegram if you're not. Also, I still do have the VIP Discord where I give signals when you can tap into training and everything. And be sure to check out Sway Markets. Sway Markets, everything will be in the description. As well as Sway Funded. Sway Funded just dropped. I will probably be doing more content on that. Updating, you know, how to take the challenge and things of that nature. If you are in a group, you know, I will, you know, you can use my signals and everything to actually take the challenge, or you can, you know, tap into some of my ideas if that's what you want to do. Everything will be in the description. And yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. You know, I'm gonna work on pushing out more info, more content for you all. All right. Peace and blessings. Shalom.